Good day, everyone. My name is Ejike Ekenna. In this video, I want to talk about uh, my journey throughout the project and then also some of my contributions towards the project. Well, our project is basically about development of an online e-portal for our clients in order to enhance their customer experience. Customers can place orders right in the comfort of their bedroom easily and make payments online without going to the shop physically. So we're three in our group. We had two business students and one developer. I'm actually a business student, and my role in the project is the Scrum Master. So I will quickly share my screen to show some of my contributions in the project. So I came up with the 45 users criteria. It took me about 5 hours. I designed an end-to-end process diagram using a BPM tool. It took me 8 hours. I designed a mock-up diagram using a wireframe tool. It took me 8 hours. I was part of the documentation of the project, my own part. Took me about 51 hours. It was a very intensive one. I also came up with the reverse user story for the project roadmap. It took me 1 hour. I also came up with the product backlog for the project roadmap. It took me 1 hour. I created the templates and compiled all our individual tasks in one document for all the 3 sprints. It took me 3 hours. I compiled all our individual tasks in one document for the final project documentation. It took me 1 hour. I also created a single PowerPoint of 62 slides for the team presentation during our product demonstration. It took me 3 hours. I organized our daily stand-up meetings on Zoom. I created PowerPoint slide for our client's product demonstration. So 3 of my significant contributions are these: designing of BPM and mock-up diagram, doing the acceptance criteria, documentation for the project, the write-up. So here are the evidence of what I've done. So this is an end-to-end BPM diagram, which cuts across user registration, user signing, user putting the signing details. User can select different cakes based on location. User can select different quantity, different sizes. User can also add top up. Also, there's another functionality of add to cart. User can have 2 options: PayPal or their credit card. As soon as the order is fulfilled and the payment is received, user gets an electronic invoice and also a confirmation of order. And also the admin can also update the order after receiving an email of a new order. So basically, this is just an end-to-end process covering majority of our user requirements, customer client requirements. Then also I came up with this user story BPM diagram for user registration, sign-in, and also sign-in. Then I created a couple of mock-up diagrams. So this is a sign-in page. This is also shows different cake items. This user registration page. Also, this one shows the search button and the sitemap. Here, this one shows add to cart functionality. This one shows product updates from admin panel. Also, this shows the total shopping cart in one glance. And lastly, this shows the update order from admin panel. So I came up with all this design. Then moving forward, this is the evidence of the reverse user story I came up with. These are the acceptance criteria to satisfy the user stories. I can't say all of them one after the other because I've got 45 user stories because of the time permitted for this video. And Also, I did the acknowledgement, part of the documentation. I also did the abstract, which gives us an overview of all what we are going to talk about in the write-up. I did the introduction. I talked about e-commerce, which is closely related to our project. The types of e-commerce, business to business, business to consumers, e-commerce. And another thing I did was the project background. Uh, Also did the client introduction. I also documented the client requirements. I did the requirements in two parts, the functional requirements and the non-functional requirements, which are the security, performance, scalability, compatibility, reliability, availability. I also came up with the problem statements. Every project is there to solve a problem. So one of the major issue is time. Not every client has that leisure to go to the shop physically to place orders. So a client can sit in his bedroom and place his order conveniently. This will save a lot of time and this will be more productive for our clients. A lot of orders can be placed online as well. So these are some of one out of other problems here. You can have a look at it in the appendix or in the project write-up. Also, I came up with the project objectives. These are all the objectives. Our clients want to remain competitive in their business. They want to improve their sales. They want more sales. They want more customers. They want to reach out customers beyond where the shop is. They want to get a lot of orders basically, and also customer retention, customer service. So there are a lot of objectives of this project. Then for the project approach, for this project, I and my team utilize the Agile methodology for software development. We specifically used the Scrum methodology. So the Agile methodology was chosen to give room to any changes in our client's requirements and also make the system geared towards client expectation. So because the entire idea of this project's execution will be centered around the Scrum, we repeated the steps in the software development in 3 sprints for this project. And as you can see, um, just like every software methodology, it starts from the requirement analysis. So the requirement analysis, we came up with the user stories and acceptance criteria. And also in the design, we have all these designs, 4 different designs. And we have, for the development stage, the front-end development, database implementation, back-end development. For the testing, we have series of testing, the functional testing, user acceptance testing, and all that. So also another approach that we used, there was an extensive collaboration between our team and the client rep, the client representative, I mean to say, to ascertain if we were on the right track. We had our 15 to 20 minutes daily stand-up meeting to talk about what we are going to do for the next day. So we also, for each sprint in this project, added new features. If you look at sprint 1, it's basically about user authorization and authentication, user registration, user signing, and all that. So authentication and authorization of email, password, and all that. So for the sprint 2, it's basically online ordering system. So it takes care of the ordering system. And sprint 3 is basically about notification and alert. So once the order fulfillment is completed, customer receives notification, electronic invoice or receipt of his payment, admin received notification. So that's basically what Sprint 3 covers. And also the unique thing I did for this project was to to create a BPN diagram, mock-up diagram to help the development team. And also I made sure I compiled all our documents, get it ready for submission. I also created the templates for sprint 1, sprint 2. So all my team members add up their own parts. And also, before I forget, I also did the limitation for this project. I also, in the write-up, I came up with a conclusion. So there are different ways we can improve this course. I mean, we can introduce or make it mandatory for every student to use a GitHub. So in that, everyone put in all their contribution and track their progress on this, and also add one of the supervisors. So it's easier to know which student and which student is contributing to the project and what their contributions are. What I like most in this project is that I've actually learned how to work or carry out a software development program. Is something new to me. There are a lot of things. Working in an agile environment is so amazing. It's something I will take away from here that will help me in the future. Also, what I didn't like, or what I liked least about this project is that this project was done online, so we didn't have the opportunity to meet ourselves face to face. It would have been much better, but I understand because of the pandemic. And also another thing I didn't like, I just have to say it for the purpose of this reflection, is one of the team members did not show up for the client's product demonstration. So we are supposed to have a presentation. So it was just me and the developer, and he only showed up in the last minute when we've already presented our individual slides. It wasn't good, it wasn't professional, and we should work diligently and competently for our stakeholders. So this is what the ACS Code of Conduct is all about. We as professionals should abide with it, and we should put we should put the interests of the public above our personal interests. So we have to put our work, our projects above every other thing that we have. So I think that was just it, but we were able to get hold of that one and came over it. And at the end of the day, it didn't stop us from achieving success in this project. So this is just everything about this project, a reflection of my journey throughout this project. So I'll stop this video for now. Thank you.